Hey everybody, welcome to the third Marvel Legends X-Men 97 figure unboxing. Today we'll be looking at Marvel's Rogue. Rogue, a member of the X-Men, formerly a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and one-time ward of mutant shapeshifter Mystique. Rogue is a re-release of previous versions. There was a retro version from Target, I believe, of Rogue a few years ago, but I wasn't collecting Marvel Legend at the time, so I didn't get that one. And I've been waiting for a chance to get this version of Rogue, because this is my preferred version. In the last few years, they have released like her original look in the green outfit, as well as her Australian look, I think it was his most recent release until this one. In any case, I didn't like her outfit in either of those. This is the one that I wanted. This is the one that I remember from when I was reading X-Men comics in the 80s and watching the animated series in the 90s. So box-wise, it's the same as the previous figures, Gambit and Magneto. Nothing's changed there except for the picture of the figure and the name on the front, obviously. On the reverse side, once again, there's no blur, but you've got a picture of Rogue, the other figures in this wave, and your legalese at the bottom. And as I said with Magneto, I have already shown on the Gambit video how I open the bottom to make it look like it's still intact, but I can still take the character out, the figure out. So if you want to see more in-depth detail on how I did that, then check out the Gambit video. For now, though, let's get Rogue out. The hands are not taped into the tray, so as you could see there, they just fall right out. So be careful with that. Okay, right out of the package, Rogue comes with her glove holding hand, which has been done before in Rogue figures. But she also comes with her fisted gloved hand on her other hand. So it basically looks like she's already wearing two gloves, and yet she's holding a third, which is kind of a weird way to package it. She does have the bare hand, as well as another fist. We'll go over the accessories in a little bit. First, let's talk about the face sculpt, because I really like the face sculpt on this Rogue. I think Marvel or Hasbro did a good job with this one. Their face print technology really looks good on this Rogue. And it's hard to tell, but she does have like a little blush, it looks like, on her cheeks. See, it's kind of a little redder than the skin around it. But her eyes look really, really nice. They did a really good job with the paint on the eyes. And I was lucky to get one that didn't have like any QC issues with the paint there. Now, the Rogues that I'm used to from when I was reading the comics didn't have quite as much white in the hair, but that's okay. I'm not against that or anything like that. The rest of the hair color looks fine. And of course, everything's plastic, so it's a little stiff, so you don't get a lot of back with her head, but she can look up a little bit, not all the way. The jacket is green. I know the original version had like a brown jacket, and especially in the original Marvel X-Men animated series. But this is the 97 series, which is a sequel to the X-Men the original animated series, so apparently she had a green jacket in that. I don't know if they'll discuss why she changed colors, but yeah, it is what it is. The rest of the costume is spot on. I mean, you hand this to pretty much anyone who's ever read a comic book, and they'd be like, yeah, that's Rogue. It's very unmistakably her. Articulation, we've already discussed the head going back, but she can look forward quite a bit. But of course, unless you're looking at it straight on, it's going to look weird. If you have her looking like this from the side, her hair just kind of sitting straight out like that. I wouldn't recommend doing it like that. She's got quite a bit of tilt. Her head spins all the way around like the Exorcist. Her arms go all the way back. And there's ratcheting in there. You can feel it. I don't know if you can hear it. You guys hear that in the video? Ratcheting noise on the arm. That's kind of weird. I wouldn't have expected that in the shoulder joint. Her arms hinge up about that far. She has pinless arms, but they're only single peg, unfortunately. Only single hinged. Not double jointed. She does have the swivel at the elbow, though, to make up for not having the double. She's got the horizontal hinge on the wrist there, on that hand, and on the other hand. She's got the standard female diaphragm cut rather than the ab crunch. You don't get a whole lot of movement on that. And she also has the standard no waist swivel. So the only turning you get is from that diaphragm cut right there. The belt is a separate piece, but it's on there really tight. And because of Rogue's hourglass shape, you're not going to get that off without cutting it. There's just no way you're going to either force it up over her chest or down over her hips. So, if you don't want that belt on there, you're going to have to cut it off. No other way else to get it on there. You can get it off of there. Even if you remove the legs, you still wouldn't be able to get it over this part here. If you heated up the rubber, maybe you could get it off, but yeah. I'm not going to go that route, so that's up to you if you want to do that. She can kick out pretty good. Doesn't get too much on the back end because of her derriere getting on the way. She can split out that far. She's got upper thigh cut. Got no boot cut, but then her boot comes up over her knee, so that's why you don't get a boot cut. They could have put one here. See the green lines right there? They could have easily put a boot cut right there and hit it with the green lines, but nope, no cut. Her legs are pinless, and unlike the arms, they're double jointed, as you can see. She can go up about that far. She's got thick thighs. It's all that southern food. Foot can go back that far, go forward that far. And you get a little bit of rocker action there, not a whole lot. For accessories, I've already mentioned them basically, but let's get the other fist in there. Since Rogue's main power is her strength. Well, her main power is the absorbing power. That was her original mutant power, which she then used on Miss Marvel and stole Miss Marvel's strength, flight ability, and near invulnerability. But she basically doesn't use the absorbing powers very much, so her main method of fighting is to punch people. There. can get Rogue like that, and she likes to fly. Then her other, now both of these cuffs here can come off. I don't know why they made it come off on this side, but the reason they have it come off on the other side because it's basically part of the glove. So when you got her bare hand in here, you don't want to have that cuff on because it looks like she's still got the end of her glove on, even though she's got her bare hand. So like I said, I don't know why they didn't just sculpt this part in, or at least glue it in place, because there's literally no reason for that piece to ever come off, because she doesn't have a left bare hand, she only has a right bare hand. So there she goes, she's holding her glove. If she touches you, she'll absorb your powers. Again, I really like the head sculpt on this Rogue. It's very, very Rogue, essentially. I think it looks really good. You got that sweet face, but could beat the crap out of you in an instant. If you don't already have the Target Rogue, and even if you do, you might want to pick this one up just to get a different look, you know. I'm having trouble standing her right now. Keeps wanting to topple backwards. There we go. Yeah, even if you have the Target Retro version, I would still pick this one up because it's a different... The Target Retro one had a more serious expression, while this one looks a little bit more sweet and sensitive. So even if you have that one, pick this one up, because then now you've got two different Rogue expressions for your shelf. Other than that, this pretty solid figure in my mind. You don't get a whole lot with her, but it's Rogue. And, you know, Rogue doesn't really come with a lot. She's not supposed to come with a lot. She's not supposed to come with, like, power effects or anything like that. She does mostly punching. She doesn't use weapons, so, you know. What you see is what you get, basically, with Rogue. And it's good to have her on the shelf now, especially combined with Gambit, as I think they're still married in the comics. So, what do you think? Are you gonna pick up a Rogue? You already have Rogue. Again, I would, even if I already had the Retro Rogue, I would have gotten this one just for the different head sculpt. I think it looks better, even if the jacket's not the same color. You know, the color that you remember and that you might have a nostalgia for from the original animated series. So comment down below if you're going to pick up this Rogue, what do you think of this Rogue. Give me a like and subscribe. And we'll conclude the X-Men 97 wave on, minus Bishop and Storm, of course. We'll conclude the 4 that I did pick up on Monday when I take a look at the Wolverine figure. And tomorrow, I'll be opening up another box of the Panini Prism 2022 NFL blaster boxes. I've got 3 left of those, so that'll be for the next 3 Sundays. I'll be doing one of those videos until those boxes are done. So just like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.